Oh, that magic 8-ball. How did it know that I love my pastries phallic? Welcome back to Breaking the Fourth Wall.
Extra glazed topping.
There is an option for that.
Was not expecting that.
And the creamy filling. And
as long as it's a Twinkie, I want my cream filling in the middle.
Oh,
No, he wants the Boston cream.
So anyway, we were talking about comic book movies. We have one more bit of news to report. I read this literally an hour before we got on air. So Spiderman Homecoming comes out tonight as a recording, midnight tonight.
I could have gone and seen it tonight.
Projected to be a phenomenal hit, tracking very well with critics and all, Rotten Tomatoes, stuff of that nature. But the interesting thing that I found was that they are reporting that this is the begin. Basically, Spider-Man: Homecoming is the second part of Phase 4, Marvel's Phase 4, starting off with Civil War. And then going into Spider-Man Homecoming, and then the new Avengers movie, and then the other Avengers movie, and finally ending in Spider-Man Homecoming 2, or whatever it may be entitled, basically giving the story arc of Peter Parker during his high school years, and joining into the superhero universe.
Okay, I think I misread that article, because I thought it said, and I could be completely wrong, I thought it said that Spider-Man 2 was going to be the kickoff for Phase 4.
Yeah.
No, because Spider-Man 2 will be after both the Avengers movies.
Oh, no, you're right. Okay, yeah, you're right. Okay, I read it wrong. That's my fault.
So
I don't know how to read. Sorry.
Yes, the librarian doesn't know how to read.
I skipped that day at school. My bad.
It'd be worse if I didn't know how to read.
My bad.
Our writer can't type and our librarian can't read.
No, I can't. I have epic typos.
Why do you think I do everything on audiobook, Chris? What the hell?
There it is.
Well, real quick, what does everybody think about Phase 4 story arc kind of centering around Spider-Man?
Well, okay, I'll go first.
Spider-Man is my favorite. So I'm excited about that, but at the same time, I'm kind of sick of reboots every other year. But Spider-Man is my favorite, so I'm going to be optimistic.
All right. Christen, I'll go off of you. I am sick of the reboots, too. We all know a lot of superheroes' origin stories. Not just this panel, but a lot of people have known them because they've become part of our folklore as a society. However, I'm looking for the one thing that some people are complaining about, and I'm like, you didn't read the comic book, shut up. Is everybody's like, oh, Tom Holland's so young. First of all, shut up. If you knew anything about Spider-Man, and yes, you're going to provoke a mini rant to me, I promise to keep it short.
Rant.
If you knew anything about the comic book series,
I've got a form.
Peter Parker was bitten between the ages of 14 and 15. Stanley wrote it that way. We didn't know much about his early career because he didn't become a superhero right away until after Uncle Ben died. We all know that part of the origin. But in that time before Uncle Ben died and him getting his powers, there was a lot of rookie stuff. And that was him being young. He has to start off young. Hell, Robin was 10 when he was first started being Batman's sidekick. That was the thing. That was the appeal. Stanley, when he wrote Spider-Man, he wanted him to have a young character to grow and develop as a young hero. Live in the hero fantasy of, now I have these abilities, but I've never been the star athlete. I've never been the super well-liked guy. Now I put on this mask. I have these powers. I can do a lot of good in the world, but I'm doing it for the little guy, not for the fame and fortune. If you didn't read the comic book, you missed the point of Spider-Man in that aspect. He was young. He was very unprepared. And yeah, him becoming an Avengers right at the end, if he becomes an Avengers right away, it took him in the comic books 4 times. 4 times to become an Avenger. He's always been a solo man, but this is the time where Spider-Man's starting off fresh, so let him start off fresh, let him make his mistakes. We can watch him make those mistakes, but that's the story they should be angling for. They want to start a reboot, do the reboot properly. Start with the young character, let him go through his awkward phase, and then, yes, Superior Spider-Man, let's do this.
Well, the one thing I want to point out, you guys keep saying reboot, and yes, it is kind of a reboot, but at the same time, they are not rebooting back to the origin story. Spider-Man Homecoming is playing off of after Captain America Civil War. Spider-Man already has its powers. He's already Spider-Man. He's already been flying around New York and Queens and, taking care of little minor neighborhood occurrences and incidences. The way it's playing off in this movie is his first real battle was Captain America Civil War. So they're not going back to he got bit by the spider, he tries to be a wrestler, and then, Uncle Ben gets killed, and then the great power, great responsibility beaten over your head for 50 million times.
Again and again and again.
Oh, God, we know.
At this point, he is Spider-Man. He's still new to the superhero universe, but he is already established as Spider-Man.
True. So technically maybe not a reboot, but it's still telling more of the same stories when there's a lot of things out there that haven't had their stories put into film, like a ton of other superheroes.
Mm-hmm.
That's true.
Technically, Captain America Civil War was the Spider-Man reboot. Technically, that was the kickoff for Tom Holland's Spider-Man.
Yes and no, but it wasn't a main focus.
Right, it wasn't, and that's the way it should have been.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so sick of seeing a kid getting bit by a freaking spider. I'm so sick of Batman's parents getting shot in an alley. I stop focusing on origin stories. You know what I mean? Like, we don't care. We get it. We know. It happened. Awesome. Great. Awesome.
Right.
Get to the don't bore us. Get to the chorus. I mean, that's what they're doing with this new Spider-Man.
There's the title for the show. Don't bore us. Get to the chorus.
There you go.
Eric, you looking forward to the Spider-Man Homecoming and Marvel's Phase 4 revolving around Tom Holland?
Yeah, I'm gonna check it out. Give it a chance. My brother Brian. He's more of a Spider-Man person. I'm not. I mean, I watch the movies. I got them for the kids, but I'm more, other Marvel characters.
All right, Christina. I'll put it to you this way. We'll keep it in the cinematic universe. To this point, the most successful Spider-Man movie is Spider-Man 2. Do you think Homecoming even has a chance of coming close to the success of Spider-Man 2?
I think it's going to destroy Spider-Man 2, personally. That's my prediction. I really think it's going to completely it's going to make Spider-Man 2 look like Spider-Man 3.
Oh. Why would you even bring that?
Dig on this.
Wait, I get the impression you didn't like it.
Brian walked away.
Wow.
He's fine.
That's how mad he was. He walked away.
Oh my God.
The emo Peter. I was watching that on the big screen. I was like, what the yeah. What did I just see? Are you serious? Stop gyrating. Stop that. Stop moving your pelvis. Stop that. That's horrible.
Do not twerk. Do not twerk.
Yeah, so you almost would be too easy to turn to make that into an AMV featuring Vice Head Fred.
Oh God, no. Don't give somebody a good bad idea.
Eric's already thinking about it. Look.
You guys are segueing me in perfectly. I want to play a little game with the panel. Yes,
God.
I'm going to blatantly steal this off of Screen Junkies here. I'm going to take one segment from Movie Fights. I'm going to pitch it to you guys. You guys are the contestants. I get to be the judge. We're going to see who can give the best arguments. Everybody, without explanation, just choose a movie that is the worst abortion movie you've ever seen.
Oh.
Ding, 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 ding. I'm ready.
Are we limited to a certain genre?
No. Any movie
I'm ready.
Done, just give me a movie that you think was an absolute disgrace of a movie.
I got you.
I'm gonna go into this.
I shall wait until I am summoned.
I
You can
got
go
mine.
first.
I got mine.
You can go first. Go ahead, Matt.
Excellent. I have to go with M. Night Crapapon's Last Airbender. That movie was so bad.
Don't give me an explanation. Just the title of the movie.
Okay.
Hold off on the explanation. Save that rant. Save that rant. Kristen. So we got Last Airbender for Matt. Kristen,
I don't have one yet.
Okay, Christina.
The Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, the Johnny Depp one.
Oh. Oh.
Eric.
I'm going to have to say this one is chips.
Revenge of the
Alright.
Chips. It's back.
I got one.
Ryan.
A little movie that goes by the name of Splice.
Okay, so we
Oh
got
my
Splice,
God, I
we got
remember
Chips, we got Last Airbender, and we've got Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Kristen, I'll save you the effort. Would
No,
you
no, I've got
like to participate, or would you like to be a co-judge with me?
I got one. I got one.
Oh, you got one? All right, what's
Yeah.
yours?
Snow White and the Huntsman.
Whoa.
All right, good. Well, this is a double switch. I just had you guys all turn around and tell me the absolute worst abortion of a movie you ever saw. The challenge now to see who would win this argument is tell me why that is the greatest movie that was ever made.
I'm done. Bye.
You're the devil. You're the devil.
Wait a minute. Whoa, slow down there. That's
Wait. You
Your
screwed
movie
purple.
choice. Your movie choice. Your argument now is to convince me that it was the greatest movie ever made.
Okay.
Visually stunning and a retelling of the story.
That's gonna have an embolism pop.
ow. Oh, ow. Oh,
I get it.
oh,
You want to play
Physical,
games, Chris? We'll play games.
Damn
All
right.
Let's do this.
physical pain. Physical pain.
Now tell me why their choice is the greatest movie ever made.
Who wants to go first?
I will.
All right, go ahead.
It was visually stunning and a unique retelling of the story.
Is that it?
That's all I can give it.
Right?
Oh, I can't.
Brian, he's still suffering, so I'll go to you.
Okay. So this movie Splice, dude, you have got to go see this freaking movie. All right, it is freaking awesome. These two people who are like ex-lovers, right? They decide they're gonna make the perfect being, and they take chicken DNA and put it with a human DNA with all this other crap, and they make this creature that looks just like her, right? Well, then he ends up falling in love with it, and he ends up screwing it in a barn, right, without her knowledge. And then she walks in on him while he's like balls deep in this thing, right? So then they get into this big argument, okay? And while they're having this argument, they kill the thing. Well, then they bury it to try to hide it from everybody, and then the thing changes genders, comes back to life, comes out of the grave, kills her boyfriend, and rapes her and gets her pregnant. How awesome is that?
Okay. After hearing that, after that attempt, I think I'm
Dude,
ready.
And the movie is so cool, you have to go take a shower to get it off.
I didn't know we
it
were
is
lying. I thought we were
awesome.
coming up with valid points.
Okay. Okay, I think I can do this. I think I can do this. Christina, if
Do this, or do you want to save? Do you want to save to be the last, and I'll let Eric and Christina give their argument?
I'll go last. I've got one, but it's gonna this is gonna hurt. This is gonna hurt me so much.
Christina, Eric, I don't care which one wants to go first. Who wants to go first?
I will.
All right, Eric's still trying to process the fact of trying to talk nice about.
I didn't know we were looking for, just to act. I thought we were looking for valid things.
All right, so
Those are valid things, depending on what you're into.
all right, so Charlie and Chocolate Factory, another adaptation, is actually kind of like a reboot of the early 80s Willy Wonka and the Chocolate Factory, following Ronald Dahl's book of Charlie and Chocolate Factory, featuring Johnny Depp. I mean, right there, Johnny Depp. You know Johnny Depp's awesome. So anything Johnny Depp does is awesome. So you know the movie is freaking great. Anyway, it follows the story of these kids that win these golden tickets. They go into this factory. Lots of bad stuff happens to them. And it's kind of really twisted and messed up. But it's really kind of awesome at the same time. Even though there is no boat ride in this one. But it's still awesome all the same. And the fact that Willy Wonka is now like this son of a dentist just really gives death to his character. So yeah, check it out. It's awesome. If you don't, you're not a true Willy Wonka fan.
Wow.
My
It
God.
gave depth to depth. That's awesome. That's an awesome argument right there.
Matt, you gotta go because I'm still.
I see smoke. I literally see smoke
Eric's
coming
got
off.
a process. For once, Eric, I'm on the boat with you on that one, bro. I can see your brain inside your. I can see your head. I mean, I can just see the thoughts, just like, how do I turn this around? How do I make this work? All right.
I will tell you, this is one of the screen junkies. I know I blatantly stole off you with doing this little segment here, but this is the one time I am absolutely thankful that none of my panel live anywhere near me, because I'm pretty sure I'd get strangled right now if we were in a studio together.
You're only a couple-hour drive
You're
from me.
You're
that
about to get-
obvious.
You're
Hey,
about to get
Chris,
beheaded.
don't
You're about to
forget, I got a car that's sitting right outside, buddy.
Yo,
I-
I'm about 2 hours away. Remember that. It won't be too bad for us to jump in the car. I'll grab Matt on the way.
Whatever I want to
Tell you
people
what,
in my
Chris,
books.
The chip steam on in my car as I'm coming to your house.
Oh my God. Followed by the soundtrack from The Sound of Music.
Oh,
Okay.
I know
Okay.
my life's about to end when I hear the hills are alive with the sound of music.
No, we're
And
not
you're
going to
eating-
kill you. That's
Julie
too easy. No,
Andrews, the
we'll
herald of
tie
death.
you to a chair. We will tie you to a chair, put headphones on your head that you can't get off, and we will blast Skrillex in your ears for the next 2 weeks.
No, 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 no,
straight.
no, no, no.
That's
Tape
fucked.
his
That's
eyes open
Yeah.
and make him watch Twilight.
Oh, I wouldn't do that to my worst
And then
enemy.
we'll make him watch all the movies we hate that you're making us say nice things
Why
about.
would you say that about somebody? Like, why would you wish that on anybody?
Because he's making us do this.
I'm a
That's-
horrible person.
That's a fate worse than death, guys. I mean, really?
I know, right? Okay.
Yeah, you'll
No,
have to
I
watch
think it
Chips.
was. I think that was me
Okay.
being nice.
Oh my
I've calmed my
Right.
soul. I've calmed my soul down enough for this.
oh,
Goddess, forgive me because I'm about to sell
He's
my
gonna
soul.
die a little bit
Just-
inside.
I'm about to die a little inside.
Oh, this will be fun
Abbott-
to watch.
Avatar: The Last Airbender. My God, what a cinematic classic this was. They took everything great about this movie and made it better. They made every type casting so amazingly wonderful. I'm getting weird looks from my wife. I know this is so painful for me to say, but I will say,
I could physically
Come on,
hear him
come on.
swallowing the
you
pile.
really did it this time. You made an amazing movie. You made it so that I want to go back and watch everything you've ever done. Oh my God. I can't believe I'm saying this with a straight face and I can feel my
Not
soul.
really a straight face.
I can feel my soul dying. What?
Chris, you will pay for this.
Oh, it's not done yet. It's not done yet.
Oh my God. What an adventure.
I'm not gonna lie. I will be honest right now. I still have yet to hear from Eric before I make my final decision. But right now, for me, it's between Matt and Brian. It's the
If
best
you want a
argument.
smorgasbord of endless
And
talent,
Brian hangs up.
Brian's gone.
oh, that makes episode one's Jake. What was the name of that kid's last name?
Who?
Could have played young Anakin Skywalker.
Is it
Oh, Jake Lloyd.
Yeah.
Lloyd, Jake Lloyd's acting look even better by comparison. Watch this film. Oh my God, what a feeling it will leave you inside. You'll feel so fulfilled. It'll be the most amazing thing you've ever seen. I need the strobe. I think I'm gonna throw up now. Oh my God. I feel dirty. Severely dirty.
All right, Eric, you're the decision maker here. Why is Chips the greatest comedy ever made?
Oh,
I have to say this. I couldn't believe they found the perfect two guys to play John Baker
I'll
and
be
Poncherello. I
Thank
just
you.
can't believe it, how great the action was from beginning to end. The hidden story of John being an ex-dirt bike racer. I couldn't take my eyes off the screen. I mean, I guarantee you, the line of people that were standing behind me said, we want to see it again and again. I tell you what, it was that incredible. It was more better than the last movie that came out. So I'm just going to say this. I recommend this movie 5 out of 5 stars. And the acting was great. Is what I mean. So, the cast they got for this movie, I couldn't find one flaw. They were just right on point. The characters, the motorcycles up to date. Oh my God, it was just that awesome. I haven't lost for words. I'm telling you, all I can say is people, go see the movie. I'm telling you, you're going to love it.
Yeah, no, I don't think I can. I don't think I can harm my integrity by pretending anything about Snow White and the Huntsman.
Well, you guys gave me a lot to think about. I mean, this is a lot of pressure to sit here and decide who gave the best argument of turning the biggest piece of crap on the planet into the greatest movie ever told. You know what? I think my decision is going to be, I'm not going to make that decision. You, our viewers and listeners, are going to make that decision. I'm going to hold off and let you guys vote on who had the best argument for their movies. So leave a comment down below.
What a cop out. Now you have to do one too.
Yeah, you better do one now, man. You better
do one now.
Yeah, you
because you're not the judge.
No, you made me bare my soul. You made me turn. You made me praise Avatar: The Last Airbender. No, you're getting in on this action, man. No way. You made me praise M. Night Shyamalan. You're on this, man. You are not immune. You will do a review. I will find you. You made me take my soul.
I will find you, and I will make you watch Kristen Stewart in anything.
Oh God! Why?
The problem isn't. See, to me, the problem isn't finding a movie I absolutely revile. The problem is there's so many of them. What do I choose? What do I want to argue against or for?
I actually felt that physically. I mean, really,
Did you throw up in your mouth a little?
Yes, my chest actually was in pain because of that.
All right, let me think. What movie do I want to argue against? I'll let you guys choose.
Oh, again, copping out.
I will give 3. You guys choose which one I have to argue.
Oh, us.
Finding Dory.
Yeah.
Twilight.
What did you say, Eric?
Finding Dory.
No. He put us through hell. I say Twilight.
Oh, yes.
Twilight was going to be one of them. One of the 3 movies I will argue against or for would be Twilight. Or Scott Pilgrim versus the World.
50 Shades of Grey.
Yes.
I've never even seen it, so I can't argue it. Or
read the book.
Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite. My vote is Napoleon Dynamite.
Napoleon Dynamite, because that was such cinematic excrement.
All right. Is everybody in agreement? My movie choice is Napoleon Dynamite.
I didn't hate it, so that's not my choice.
Actually, no. You know something? I want to see him try to say good things about Twilight.
I think that's the harder one. Also, see, the thing is, that one's embarrassing to really promote.
I'm Twilight.
I'm going to go with the girls on this one. Let's torture you. I'm sorry. I felt part of myself die today. It was painful.
Also, Kristen Stewart, I rest my case.
Let me find my motivation.
Find your center, and then say goodbye to it.
Say goodbye to all your credibility.
Give me a second here. Give me a second while I swallow my integrity.
Just let everybody know Brian lost power on his block.
I know. I saw that.
Okay.
I saw that on Messenger.
You broke Brian's entire block with this game.
Yeah, so you must suffer.
You know what has bothered me throughout the years of the cinematic history is the fact that the vampire mythos has been the same thing over and over and over again. The crucifix, the stake through the heart. What I really needed, they finally brought to me with taking a teenage girl's book and making it on live screen in color, to my heart's content of seeing vampires sparkle in the sunlight while they re-attend high school for hundreds of years. It is the greatest story ever told. What does a vampire do when he's out stalking his prey? No, he's not looking for blood. He's playing baseball out in cornfields, and that's absolutely awesome. The only thing they have to worry about is getting good grades so they get another cap on the wall. They were able to go and pick up on the hottest girl in school that has the greatest personality ever seen. And, of course, you've got the fact that the only thing that they really have to worry about is the werewolves that live on the other side of the lake. And I'm telling you, this movie is so realistic to the true mythos of horror movie monsters when you really think about it. Because it's about love and respect and shiny things, and that nobody in this universe is ugly. We're all beautiful, outside and in. It tells a magnificent story about how you don't have to be immortal to be in love, but to be in love, you must become immortal. That is the true mythos of the vampire. I am so glad Twilight has been around to finally open my eyes to what the vampire mythos should be.
Nice.
I win.
I mean, it looks like you brought Brian back.
I had to get my phone because power's out.
He's teeny.
Flip your phone, Brian, please.
You missed it, Brian. You got to watch segment 2.
Take your phone,
They
go like
forced
that.
me to do it.
There we go.
There you go. You're not teeny Brian anymore.
Yeah,
You
I
missed
lost all
it.
power.
You missed it.
I don't know what happened.
Oh, you just missed Chris giving his review of Twilight. We made him do Twilight.
Yeah.
Oh.
And I'm a believer now. I mean, wow. I think it may have been the greatest love story since Romeo and Juliet.
I could
It's kind of a shitty love story, but
I could actually, if you rewatch this video, you can probably see the part where Chris's soul dies just a little more. You could almost slow it down and pinpoint it, and it's like, oh my god.
I got to be fair, though. As much as I really had to fucking suck it in to say
God, you guys in your mouths.
that. Sorry, but
You're editing this because I'm not dealing with it. I got yelled at last time.
2 curses in the whole episode.
There's like 5.
There's 2.
There's 5.
He dropped 1 in segment 1, and I just dropped 1 now.
Kristen also just dropped 1.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't know that.
And there's a couple more floating around as well.
As much as it was crushing my soul to give that review to Twilight, at least I didn't have the reaction like poor Matt did, where every word his voice was getting higher and higher, like his balls were in a vice, and somebody was just twisting each
There's
time.
another one.
Did you see
Also,
see the tears in my eyes?
Yeah, I was just I could see the tears forming. And you were looking up like, please God, help me get through it.
But the reason they made me do it, Brian, since you missed it, the reason they made me do it is because I decided that it was too hard for me to really choose the argument for who had won. That I left it to whoever is listening on Radiocast and our viewers on YouTube to vote for who they think had the greatest argument for the greatest movie ever made.
Oh my god.
I'm not even going to try to argue that for Snow White and the Huntsman. What if somebody only sees that part and they think that's what I think good fantasy is?
Oh my god.
That could ruin my career.
Right?
I'll tell you what, that whole entire segment in my mind, it's obviously it's segment 2 for breaking the fourth wall, but in my mind that whole entire segment needs to wind up in an after hours.
Why? Because it's being recorded for the actual show, so it's kind of defeats the purpose of after hours.
Or at least if we ever do a greatest hits video,
that's gonna be
that I can see.
There should be a greatest rants video.
Oh god, I could. Oh god.
You know, you needed to pull up a picture of Jigsaw. Do you want to play a game?
Seriously, I don't drink, but after that segment, I feel like I need one. Oh,
A beer in my fridge.
Look, Brian's outside smoking a cigarette now because he stressed him out so bad. Eric just fell asleep.
You should have seen the looks on my wife's face when I was talking, because she doesn't know what we're talking about. So she just like zeroing in on above the camera, like, what are you talking about? What?
This is what happens when you make me say good things about Splice.
No, it's like my husband. What happened to you? Where did you go?
I
When
thought of a
he
way
jumped
better
out, my
one.
first thought is he needs to go take a shower after that. I feel dirty.
Yeah.
No, he's going to be reenacting the whole end scene from The Crying Game.
Oh my god.
He's going to be burning. He's crying in the shower, burning his clothes in a drum, the whole 9 yards. Next week he'll have a new headset because he's going to burn that too.
Oh God, tell me about it.
All right. Well, Eric brought this one up last week, so we'll make this our rant for the ending of the video here. We didn't get a chance to get to it last week. We had a little fun with the game there. I had to throw that in there just because before we went into the break and came back for segment 2, we were talking about how much Matt loved The Last Airbender. So that's what inspired me to do that to everybody. So really, if you want to thank anybody, thank Matt.
I'm going to speak for the panel right now and say we all hate you from the bottom of our hearts.
You're going to get a dead squirrel in the mail. I ain't kidding.
Make that. I'm ready to up it to a possum. Okay.
I'm going to go for roadkill. I'm going to go for roadkill raccoon. Or skunk. No, I'm going for roadkill skunk.
And then a week later, I'm going to send you the head.
All right, I'm at a possum. I'm at a possum. Does anybody want to raise me an armadillo?
No.
Armadillo.
Christina and I both said skunk.
I said skunk. That's above armadillo.
Yeah, we both said skunk.
Because that one's stinky,
okay.
too.
You'll never get that.
How about a live skunk so it sprays him in the face when he opens it?
Hey, just remember, too, you guys forced me to do it, too.
Oh, you're
So
such
it's in
an
the
ant.
hands of our audience now.
After you copped out, and we wouldn't have forced you if you hadn't made us do it.
Yeah.
It's all your
You
fault.
can't call it a cop-out, I'll be honest with you. It was my intention all along.
Your intention was to cop out.
My intention was to leave it in the hands of our fans.
But
Yeah,
you were not getting. I'm
12 of them.
sorry. After what you just did to us, you were not getting out of it free. It's cleaning.
I
That's
think
fine.
he should wear a corset during the corset episode.
No. Don't ruin that.
And that's our. By the way, that will be our season finale, the corset episode.
I will. You're ready. Almost to throw
Where
up
the
on screen. You want me to poke my eyes out too?
Oh my
All right,
God.
let's get into our rant because we're eating up time here.
Okay.
And I felt bad that we didn't get to this because Eric really wanted to talk about this, and I think it's really fitting after he argued how great Chips is. TV shows that we would like to see return.
Ooh.
Yes.
Ooh, I know mine.
We're ranting about TV shows we want returned?
Actually, I would like
let's
to.
talk. Well, but we're having a discussion. We call it a rant, but we're having a discussion.
Okay.
We can talk about TV shows we want to have returned, and in turn, to make it a rant,
Okay, I got one.
we can also talk about TV shows that have returned that never should have.
Yes.
All right, I got one.
All right. Well, first, I want to start this one off because I don't want to take mine because I'm a huge fan. Firefly. Firefly needs to come
Knew
back.
it. I knew it.
Firefly!
Somebody was going to use it.
And you know it was going to be me because you know how big of a Firefly fan I am.
You're a brown coat?
I am a brown coat. I'm proud of it.
I did a gender bent Malcolm.
I would do one. It wouldn't be that hard, actually. It's just a brown trench, and
Right. Exactly.
the hardest part is the gun belt to recreate. But anyway, I'm getting off track. But yes, I mean, I loved Firefly from the day it released. It was an amazing series, and
What?
like many series that came on Fox, it got the big FU and got shot and got knocked out early after one season. Not the worst one I saw. I mean, I used to watch Drive. That lasted 4 episodes. Didn't even give it a chance to really develop. So, yeah, I mean, this is like, it needs to come back, and it needs to play, and it needs to run more seasons. The show was incredible, especially after how they left us hanging after the movie. That came out like several years after the episode, and it just showed how much of a following this show has. In fact, I think, I'm going to say this for the record, they are stupid for not bringing this show back.
Yeah, I agree.
All right. Eric, this was your subject. What's your choice?
I'm going to say Airwolf. I really
Alright.
enjoyed with the super helicopter. It's a shame you had an alcoholic as a main star, but forget it. What the hell's his name?
Ergus Borgnine? Or Jan Michael Vincent?
Yeah, Michael Vincent.
Jan Michael Vincent.
Yeah, Jan Michael Vincent. I mean, we unfortunately we cannot get the original cast back together because we lost.
Ernest Borgnine.
Yeah.
Evil!
Barnacle Boy.
All right. Brian, your choice.
Okay, I know this show actually gets a little bit of hate from some people, but I watched every episode of it for 10 years from beginning to end, and that is Smallville. I know they did a season 11 in comic form, and it was essentially a new Superman comic, but based off of what happened in Smallville. And the season 11 comic was awesome. They actually brought Batman into it, the Green Lantern. They brought a bunch of different DC characters into it that wasn't in the show. I think that'd be a great one to bring back, honestly.
Christen.
Legend of the Seeker.
Ooh, that was a good one. Legend of the Seeker.
It was, fair
I don't remember
enough.
that.
They tied it, they wrapped it up at the end, but it was really starting to hit its stride. It was so good. First season was a little slow, but then they hit the second season, and it was so good. And the character development was so good, and the characters were fun and lovable. And then it just ended because fantasy TV, screw all of you.
I know. It's such a tragedy. It really was.
But it was before geek culture really started picking up momentum. It was at the beginning, but it just wasn't quite there, and network TV did not support it.
All right. Matt.
Here's a show that probably forgot about, Manimal.
I don't remember it at all. No.
I remember Manimal. Unfortunately.
I know the chuckles that I'm getting. At least I know that there's a few of us that remember the show.
No, I don't. Just the name is amusing.
No, Manimal was a scientist who actually could genetically change himself to look like and actually change himself into other creatures, kind of like Beast Boy does on DC. Go ahead. Yes, I know. Manimal sounds like a bad porno. I know. But it actually was an interesting story because he was a scientist, a detective, which made it interesting. And it was only a 1-season show, I think, if that. But it was really interesting because there's so many scenarios where the animals were much more beneficial in the situation than a person being in the situation they were in. And with today's special effects, it would actually sell better.
That's the guy that could turn into. I think I remember seeing something like that. The one that could turn into like an eagle, like all
a dolphin, a black panther, a snake, a horse, a wolf.
See, I was teetering on two different shows. I was teetering on Night Court and I was teetering on Sequest. But you just changed my mind. You just changed my mind, and I know the show that I need to have come back. In this day and age where comic book superheroes are the rage and the thing, with updated graphics and special effects, I think it would be absolutely fitting. The greatest American hero.
Yes!
Oh, God. That blonde afro. Oh, my God.
The story of a regular man who gets visited by UFOs who give him a suit of power that basically make him Superman, but he lost the instruction manuals. The fact that he went through all those seasons of not even learning how to land when he was flying, it was a hilarious spoof satire, yet exciting show. And I think in today's market, I think it would be huge. I think they should bring it back.
Boom!
Yep, there it is right there.
I'm walking on air.
That blonde fro. I'm sorry.
I got it for $3 at Ollie's. How could I not buy it?
Now I'm gonna put us on the TV shows that should not be, and I've already got mine, so I'll start it off.
Wait, let me get a clarification real quick. Are these shows that have come back and should never have come back, or shows that should never be okay? Futurama.
Okay.
I've got mine.
Futurama.
No. All right, I guess I don't get to go first. Go ahead.
Well, I went first last time, so it's only fair we go around the same rotation.
All right, fine.
So, Yeah, Futurama. Like when they ended it, when it was canceled, when they brought it back, it just wasn't the same show, and they were trying too hard when they brought it back, and they never just brought it back like that. So it was just too much with the romance thing, and it lost a lot of its flavor and flair that it had in the previous episodes.
All right. Eric?
Oh, God. I'm going to have to say I didn't like when they, not like I really cared too much, when they tried to do another version of 90210.
That was what I was going to say.
Oh!
Wow.
I heard that. I heard where you just called Eric, too.
I didn't call him anything. Of course, I never thought it should have been on the air in the first place.
Oh, that's horrible.
Yeah.
No explanation, just it's explanation enough. Just 90210 should never have been rebooted.
It was just sad. It didn't even last that long. I don't think it did.
It barely lasted.
Yeah.
Did it last more than one episode?
Yeah.
Then it lasted too long.
Yep.
Ryan.
Oh, God.
Here.
Damn it. Oh, well.
All right, I'm gonna go with because technically it was the same show, but it was different writers and different animation. But it was Teen Titans Go. They should never. The original Teen Titans was awesome, and they should never have brought Teen Titans Go into the fold.
Okay.
And they just they couldn't. The writing went shoddy. The animation was shoddy. It was a mockery of what it
turned
used to
into an anime. Yeah.
be.
No, they turned it into a kid's show.
Yeah, and there were so many sexual references in that show. It's insane.
Kristen.
I don't know. He took mine. I'm trying to think of another one.
All right. Well, I'll go to Matt while you're thinking about it.
I'll go. I know exactly where I'm going to go with this. Knight Rider. They've rebooted. They rebooted it twice. They rebooted it with a team with a Hummer that was formed by two bikes and all these other vehicles, and I was like, "You only need one." And I'm sorry, David Hasselhoff, leave it where it was. Don't reboot it with a high-tech car, another high-tech car. It was a timepiece. Leave it be. It was fine the way it was. Kit jumping over, with the turbo boost with these fins and everything. Yeah, it was dated for its time and blah, 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 blah. It was nice. It was a timepiece. You didn't need to update it with a new guy. You didn't need to update it with a new version of Kit. Come on, man. That's like... What the hell?
Oh, let's be honest. They made that. I thought of that too. That's why I was like a couple minutes. I was like, oh my God, I forgot about the Knight Rider one. So I'm happy somebody said it. But I will say one thing about that too is like a car, like really like getting into the cars on different stuff. That whole series was a promotion for that damn Mustang, because right after that they released a Mustang KR. Gee, what does KR stand for? I wonder.
It's a Kryptonian. It's a Kryptonian element on the periodic chart. KR, Kryptonian.
It was, yeah.
I know what it is. I know. I'm being facetious.
Kristen, well, now I've got to think of mine.
No,
So, Kristen?
I've got one. Transformers After Beast Wars.
Oh, Beast Machine.
I'll plug it in.
Dude.
Right.
Beast Machines was so bad.
It was horrific.
All right. I'm gonna have to go with the Batman.
Oh, the animated one.
Yeah.
The animated.
That was
animated series and Batman Adventures of Batman and Robin. They released the Batman, which is supposed to be like year one of Batman, and just what they did to some of the characters. I didn't mind the Batman so much, but like what they did to the Joker and the Penguin, and it just it was horrible.
The way that they tied him to the Cobblepot.
Was that the Joker with like the crazy hair and like looking like he should be smoking weed?
Yeah, always shoeless, and he's wearing a straitjacket all the time.
He's got like the crazy like Rastafarian hair going on, like like dreadlocks gone wild.
Yeah.
Oh God, that one sucked. The voice alone was so grating for the Joker. It's like
Mm-hmm.
you might have had a little bit of saving grace if you actually pulled in Mark Hamill. Just saying.
No, I don't think Mark Hamill could have
A
saved
little.
that.
I said a little saving grace.
Well, let's be fair. That could be your first clue that this is a stinker show because of the fact that Mark Hamill turned down the idea of playing the Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, so yeah, that wasn't my original choice. Knight Rider was my original choice, but the Batman would be my next.
Honestly, I was just grasping at straws. It was totally because Brian complained about it like a few episodes ago. I was like, wait, yes, that was bad.
It was monumentally bad.
All right. Well, on that, I believe we're at time to go ahead and take our second break for RadioCast FM. When we come back, we'll have our movie picks of the week and our outro. So stick around. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Breaking the Fourth Wall, where I'm still suffering the effects of playing a little game with everybody. We reached that time to give you our movie picks of the week. This week, we are going to choose movies that predominantly feature a character played by somebody who is not an actor, i.e. they were a sports personality or a musician or a comedian or something of that nature, somebody who was not an actual actor in the movie. I'll go ahead and I'll start off with Matt because he's the one I made suffer the most tonight.
Okay. I'll have to start with Shaquille O'Neal playing Kazam, a magical genie that was stuck inside a boombox. This was bad. This is really bad. Thank God he stopped acting after this. He did. He said he was never doing another part. Dude, smartest move ever. Stick to basketball. It's what you do best. It was just bad. I couldn't. I think I made it to the first maybe half hour before I was like, I have to leave. I can feel my brain cells dying. This is how you torture children. This is not how you make a movie. Okay, they try to brand him too soon, too quick, and it totally destroyed anything he could have ever done.
Well,
Kazam.
you make it sound so appealing.
I know, right? It's movie picks. These are movies we want people to go check out.
Oh, well.
I think you should let Brian go next, just in case we lose him.
No. Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm still trying to think of one.
Oh, okay.
All right.
I got
The Princess Bride, Andre the Giant. It's one of the best movies ever. And if anyone who's watching the show hasn't seen it, you need to go watch that now.
I know, right?
It's amazing, and it is like a founding stone in geek culture.
Wait a minute. Are you saying that anybody who hasn't seen The Princess Bride, that's inconceivable?
Yes.
Exactly.
We should set the ROUSs loose on them.
Yes. Rodents of unusual size.
I don't think that they exist. He's mostly dead.
Hasn't seen The Princess Bride.
He's mostly dead.
Have fun storming the castle.
You think they'll make it?
It'll take a miracle.
Take a miracle.
Christina, your pick.
I said one during the break. I'm actually changing it to Labyrinth with David Bowie because who doesn't love young David Bowie? Seriously, oh my God,
baby. All I have to say is baby.
You remind me of the baby.
And his Major Tom in the Magic Dance.
Oh God.
And no one said it back. You guys all just failed. You just failed, all of you. I said you remind me of the babe, and not a single person.
Well, look
said
at what
it.
Christina. Look what Christina followed it up with. God.
Hey, I was leaving it alone. I could have talked about who doesn't love David Bowie and super tight tights with a sock.
Oh yeah.
I don't think it was a sock.
Bowie bulge.
No, I lived my whole entire life until one girl ruined it for me. I enjoyed that movie until you're my. Oh, come on! Now you can't unsee it. Now it's hypnotic.
The power of the Bowie bulge.
Yes, the Bowie bulge is amazing. You must submit to its power.
And Kristen, I did not fail the you remind me of the bait part. I was being quiet so Christina can give a review. But let's remember, on Raise the Underground this past Monday, I did play Dance Magic Dance.
You did, and it was fantastic.
Yes.
We were playing SWOTOR and killing droids and listening to it.
Eric, your movie choice of the week.
I'm trying to think of one. I mean, the one I could think of is Dan Marino and Bad Boys. She was trying to buy a car, and Will Smith and Martin Lawrence came up to the car and said, "We had to commandeer your car." So they kicked him out of the car and took it. They chased the van with the dead bodies in the back.
I'll go with that. I'll accept that. That's more of a cameo, but I'll accept it. All right. Ryan, your choice of the week.
Okay, I got one. It's called Payback. It's a Mel Gibson movie. The villain in it was played by Chris Christopherson, and he played such an amazing villain. It actually scared the hell out of me. And I mean, that movie is absolutely awesome. Mel Gibson's actually one of the bad guys in this, and he gets betrayed. And it's one of the first movies that ever came out that you were rooting for the bad guy.
But Chris Christopherson is an actor.
Well, he was a singer first.
It's true.
Okay.
I'll allow it.
He's correct. He's correct. He was the singer first.
Yeah.
He did make an acting career because he was also in Blade, as Whistler.
Yeah.
But he was a singer first, so yeah, I'll allow that. Of course, you could have chosen Dukes of Hazzard and and Willie Nelson.
Willie Nelson.
Yeah. Damn it.
But
It's
my
also
choice
any movie with Madonna.
Or Space Jam.
Would have been a choice. Or Space Jam with Michael Jordan. My choice is David Lynch's 1980s Dune, with Sting playing the role of the young nephew Harkonnen Fade, which, quite honestly, it's a cult classic movie, but it is a horrible B-rate science fiction movie. But you gotta love Sting in the role. It was just hilarious.
Yeah. Yeah.
Guys, make sure you're checking out all the other great shows on Realm of the Mist Entertainment, realmofthemist.com. We got that trans geek girl popping out content every other minute. We got Gaming XP. The first episode blew up. It was doing great, and we are getting ready and set to do Gaming XP Part 2. So if you got into the story, let's see where it goes from there. Star Wars Canon Library released its first video yesterday or today?
Yesterday.
Yesterday.
Yep.
Go check it out. Ryan reviewed the first episode of Force of Destiny, Star Wars Force of Destiny. So make sure you're checking out that video. That's up on our wall right now. Of course, there's always War of the Stars, which will be coming out this weekend, I believe.
Tomorrow. It will be coming out tomorrow evening.
Tomorrow evening. And all the other great content we bring there, nerdy observations. Just basically hit that subscribe button. You'll get access to plenty of content.
And also, remember, guys, comment. Please comment. Let us know what you like, what you don't like. Let us help us improve our videos to something you would want to watch every single week. Please.
Absolutely. Christina, where can they find you if they want to talk to you?
You can find me at my channel on YouTube, That Trans Geek Girl. I also have a Facebook page, which is also That Trans Geek Girl, as well, which you can message me on and everything else. You can also find me on Xbox One as Kava Biodira. I'm on Twitch as Kava_Biodira. And lastly, I'm on PSN as Biohaze666.
Eric, where can they find you?
You can find me on Facebook at Eric J. Batista Sr. and on the Xbox One at Smoke1437.
Ryan, where can they find you?
You guys can find me right here on Breaking the Fourth Wall, as well as War of the Stars, also on Realm of the Mist. And you can also find me at my channel, the Star Wars Canon Library, and make sure to visit the website, www.starwarscanonlibrary.com, for any and all of your Star Wars canon needs.
Matt.
You can find me here on Breaking the Fourth Wall. You can find me on DMing on Gaming XP, which will be releasing every other week, hopefully. And if you need to find me, you can find me on Facebook, Matthew Cruz, with 2 T's, or you can email me at foxc77@gmail.com. Please hit the subscribe like for all of us.
Christen, last but certainly not least, where can they find you?
You can find me here on Breaking the Fourth Wall. You can find me on Facebook under Christen Stovall and on my Facebook fan page for my books, the Song of Souls trilogy. You can find me on Twitter. You can also find me on Star Wars The Old Republic on the Evan Hawk server, usually under Inari Soon.
All right. And also, guys, real quick, before I give my where you can find me, real quick, here at Realm of the Mist, we do like to support people that do have dreams. Christen is a established writer. Check out her books. Get in contact with her. Go to her Facebook page for the books. Get a copy of it. Check it out. If you like fantasy, it's a great book. You guys will love it. Also, our other member, Mario Hernandez Jr., is an aspiring filmmaker. So, talk to him. Give him some ideas. So we support the independent arts. We want you guys to be just as involved with it as we are. I'm Chris Wylde. You can find me pretty much anywhere that has Realm of the Mist. Games, Press A Gaming, Breaking the Fourth Wall, sometimes on War of the Stars, sometimes on Gaming XP. Just find me at realmofthemist.com or at the Facebook fan page, Realm of the Mist. Guys, thank you very much this week. We only got a couple more episodes before we end this season, so we'll catch you next week. Thanks for checking us out.
Real quick before we quit out, just I want to let you guys keep tuned up for that Trans Geek Girl, because we are going to have an epic face-off between Chris Wylde and myself, debating which is better, iPhone or Android.
There's no epic debate. Android is going to whoop iPhone's butt.
So actually, let's have some fun. So on this video, if the video will release Sunday, so you have a couple days to do this. Actually, you got 1 day, so we'll actually postpone it for a week. But subscribe, like I said, like the video, comment who you think you'll win, and then next week. So not this Sunday, the following Sunday when that episode releases, we'll see who. At that point, we'll ask this again.
Also, let's not forget, we do have the challenge out there. We all had to review a stinker movie as the greatest movie ever told. So make sure you're leaving those likes and comments down below. Tell us who you chose won the argument. Was it Matt Cruz with his argument for The Last Airbender? Was it Christen with her argument for Remind Me What You Look?
It wasn't an argument. It was for Snow White and the Huntsman, and I threw out 2 things.
Yeah, Snow White and the Huntsman. Was it Eric with Chips? Was it Brian with Splicer? Or was it Christina Talley with, remind me what yours was?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. How could you forget?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Or was it the one that I was forced to take, Twilight?
What's more disturbing about that is the fact you've actually watched Twilight.
Yeah.
That's because I've had girlfriends before, and for some reason, women like that movie.
I'm glad mine doesn't.
I don't know. You got 2 women on this panel right now. I don't like Twilight. Kristen?
Maybe I was just dating the wrong type of woman.
Obviously.
All right, guys. We're going to call that one on the week. Thank you very much for hanging out with us. I hope you guys had as much fun as we did. I especially had fun watching Matt suffer. Have a good one. We'll catch you next week on Breaking the Fourth Wall.
And then tune in for Gaming XP when you see Matt's retribution to him suffering.
Same Matt time, same Matt channel.
Y'all have a good one, though. We'll see y'all next week.
Night.
Later.
See you guys.
Good night.